Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Ansu Fati as the Barca forwards camp have denied PSG interest, but the player could leave amid Xavi concerns. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about Ilkay Gundogan as the Barca new signing can leave Barca for free if he is not registered before La Liga starts. We are also going to be discussing about that. So as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. On Sunday, reports emerged claiming that apart from wanting to sign Ousmane Dembele, PSG had also set their sights on another Barca forward in the form of Ansu Fati. The 20-year-old had an indifferent season last time out, but new PSG manager Luis Enrique remains a big admirer of the Spaniard and wants to take him to the French capital this summer. However, overnight, Gerard Romero came up with an update on the situation, stating that the interest from the Ligue 1 champions is not real or concrete at this point in time. While the reports of interest from PSG might not be entirely accurate, Romero went on to add that the possibility of an exit for Fati is very real. The 20-year-old had been linked with a departure for most part of the summer, but those speculations had gone quiet in recent weeks. As such, it appeared that the Barca management were ready to keep him at the club, especially with Dembele's imminent exit. However, as per Gerard Romero, while Fati has always wanted to stay at Barcelona, his stance could be changing now as he has some concerns about manager Xavi Hernandez and the playing time he will get if he stays. The La Masia graduate wishes to play regularly and could pack his bags if he doesn't get enough minutes in the opening parts of the season, according to this Barca journalist. Amidst all this, Fabrizio Romano is now reporting that several interested clubs are starting to move behind the scenes to assess the possibility of signing Fati before the transfer window closes. The Italian journalist, though, insists that Fati still wishes to stay at Barcelona, but adds that his situation is one to keep an eye out on after or over the coming weeks. With rumors of a return for Neymar Jr. picking up steam, it remains to be seen how things unfold for Ansu Fati's situation, who had showcased impressive form during pre-season. Of course, Ansu Fati's future have now been making a lot of headlines as from all indications, it is still uncertain if Ansu Fati will be a Barca player next season. And of course, after preseason, I thought everything about Ansu Fati was resolved. Like, I never saw this coming, like, potential sale or whatever. Of course, there was a lot of talk about PSG showing interest, but Gerard Romero have come out recently and said all those are false. It's not true. PSG have not shown any interest in Ansu Fati lately, but still, no matter, in fact, addition to that, Ansu Fati's future still not remains certain, as the player is still he's very unsure as to Xavi, as if whether the manager will put him next season regularly, because the player really wants playing time. Ansu Fati wants playing time. Last season, majority of his time was spent on the bench, but of course, Xavi gave him. I can't blame Xavi for next season because for last season we saw Xavi giving him a lot of opportunities. Yes, it's true that he was more from the bench, but most of those games in La Liga, Ansu Fati featured, but was not the number of minutes that he hoped to. But he never made any impact for us to say, why is Xavi not putting this guy when he's doing well? He was not doing well. That's true. He was not doing well. If he was doing well, I believe Xavi could have been playing him more than often. But from the look of things, the player is still doubtful as to his game time situation coming into the next season. And let's see how it goes for Ansu Fati. The player is open to an exit, according to Gerard Romero, if Xavi does not guarantee him the game time that he wants. Last season, we saw his father, Bode Fati, still coming out to the media, lashing out at the club, blasting Xavi, saying things about his son, why his son is not giving the game time, pushing his son to leave Barca ASAP. But of course, Fati refused all those and said he wants to stay. He wants to stay at Barca for a long time. He believes that his time will come. And if this report from Gerard Romero is to be believed, then it is something serious that Fati is facing difficulties and he really wants to have that game time that he needs. Of course, we also saw during preseason, Ansu Fati, I think he played well and showing promising signs that next season will be far better than last season, which was a very terrible season for him. But no matter what, rumors still linking him with an exit, despite the PSG rumors being false. But the player open to an exit if Xavi does not give him the playing time that he needs. On my own personal opinion, I definitely wish that Ansu Fati stays. I believe that he's still a good player, and Xavi should also be patient. I believe that Fati is a player that we need. I think he is going to do better than last season from all indications. So let's see, actually. But I just hope that he doesn't leave for any reason. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. With less than a week left for the start of the 2023-24 La Liga season, Barca have only 13 first-team players registered with the first team in the league this point in time. Of those, Dembele and Frank are close to sealing their exits, which would leave Barca with only 11 registered players. Naturally, there are some concerns as none of the new signings and the players who sign new contracts are yet to be registered with La Liga. Amidst this, journalist David Bernabeu Rivetta is reporting that if Barca do not register Ilkay Gundogan before the start of La Liga, the player can leave the club for free. The 32-year-old German international signed for Barca earlier this summer, arriving as a free agent after his contract with Man City had expired. The Blaugrana made big efforts to sign Gundogan, convincing him to snub City as well as several other clubs pushing for his signing. However, as we close in on the start of the season, there appears to be a slim chance that the former Man City captain could become a free agent if Barca are unable to register the player in time before La Liga kicks off. Amid growing concerns, though, Barca are confident that the registration of players will be taken care of as soon as possible. Indeed, Gerard Romero is reporting that the La Liga champions will have everything sorted out as far as the player registration are concerned by Friday or maybe Saturday this week. The Blaugrana are hoping to ensure the registration was done by means of the 60% euro they received for the sale of a 16% stake in Barca Studios. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.